advantage due to that. So that's another reason why Lost Temple is traditionally a human favored map, if I do say so myself. And War Mill looks like Yang's going for some armor upgrades. May as well. He's not got too much else to invest in. It's good that Tod stayed in low upkeep for so long, because this is a long period of the game where we're not seeing too much action in terms of actual battles. And he's really raked in about 1,600 gold, just hitting 1,700 now. And with this extra expansion down the bottom left, that's even going to be increased. And it looks like Orc's sitting over 2 peons. Those peons can't really build a Great Hall there yet. But we'll see what he does. Maybe he's planning on making another trip with his heroes and so forth over to take out that expansion. And Tod moving over to the laboratory, but he may not realize that the Orcs are standing right there. Yang right in the middle of it, and oh, we're gonna have a fight here. Bat Rider's gonna be moving in shortly. Blizzard going down over all of those range guys and casters. Scroll going off over the Griffin, so it looks like Tod's wanting to do some damage here. Mountain King very low in health. He's gonna need a Holy Light. In fact, the Paladin gets in on time. I really would be pulling that Mountain King back out slightly if I was Tod, because he's only got such a cooldown on the Paladin. Paladin very low on health as well. Maybe wanting to use the staff. Now he's used the ability there, and this TP from Tod. So after killing a few Orc units, it's time to move out, and again, just really emphasizing the power of this kind of Orc army. This is like a free-for-all army. This is the style of Orc army you'd have in a free-for-all. Looks like towers being built at the top left. This is classic tower creeping from the Orcs, but I just don't think that one tower is enough to take out that massive granite golem. He's going to want to bring in his characters and the rest of his army if he's going to want to creep that at the top left, and I think if he can manage that, he'll get some towers up and hopefully stay in this game. Because Tod's actually got a larger share of the map due to the 330 position, and speaking of the 330, Tod's actually attacking over here at the 230, and this is going to force Yang to come in with some kind of TP, or at least moving his army over there, because if he doesn't, he's going to lose this very crucial expansion, and this is a very important expansion for Yang. He has used his TP, and Tod is going to have to teleport himself. No, he's alright. It's because there's no raiders in Yang's army. I'm used to seeing the Orcs really get the better of any retreating army, but because Yang's got not a single raider, Tod can just run away, and he can come back. So Yang's in a bit of an awkward situation, because if he runs away, he's going to lose that expansion, and if he sticks around too long, Tod can go mess things up elsewhere. Tod's moving over with a Goblin Zeppelin, possibly for harassing the top left if he's aware of it. Also possible that he could be taking the bottom right as well. So we'll see. Yang's also got a Zeppelin as well on the wings, waiting in the wings. So where to from here with this Zeppelin? I'll be watching out for that. Oh, here we go. So we've got all of the human heroes, plus the peons, the peasants, and of course the flying element of Tod's army doesn't need a Zeppelin, so he's just moving over there. And Yang hanging out there at the 230 position, not realizing that Tod has left at this stage. Poor Yang. If only Yang would attack that expansion just below him, preventing Tod from finishing off this creep here, or if he does, at least taking out one of Tod's expansions. Unfortunate that Yang doesn't quite have that scouting ability there. And there's the Granite Golem, is the last to die. Of course, the Griffins do magic damage, so they can't hurt the Granite Golem, and the Granite Golem will have to wait until the human heroes take him out, but that will happen before long, and interested to see what item the humans pick up from this. Nearly there. Paladins use Divine Shield, and bam. Amulet of the Wild. Okay, that one summons a Furbolg, which is like a neutral monster. I think that's the type of creature that has Regenerate, similar to the Druids of the Claw ability at Adept level. Is the ability you get there. Tod immediately chucking down a whole bunch of towers, and unfortunately for Yang, he's tried to creep the top left without any support from heroes, and that sucks, because now he's going to have to cancel his tower and wait for the heroes to show up. It's much harder for Yang to get there because he doesn't have any flying anti-ground troops like Wyverns or anything. He's just got the Bat Riders, and that means it'll take him a little bit longer to get through the creeps up the top left. In the meantime, Tod's just annoying him by putting these little assaults here on the 230 position. Although the Orcs have a lot of towers there, it's just not going to be enough to stop Tod from moving there and busting things up. Tod grabbing a couple of scrolls as well. Indeed, and as you can see here, the Griffin Riders are at max level with upgrades, so that's very important to notice. Bottom left, totally secure. He's got yet another Arcane Vault up and running, as well as the one back at his home base. He's got a Griffin hanging around there. I'm sure he'll pick that one up eventually. And Goblin Laboratory with the farm next to it as well, so that really helps him for scouting. You can use Reveal. In the meantime, Yang has got, just as you can see, the minimap is at the top left, getting ready to creep the island.
Job's done.
Indeed. So, not really sure what Todd's up to, just a bit of posturing here, wondering what to do next. This is cool. Single peon being dropped up at the top left, and of course Yang's up there, they're creeping right now. This peon will act as a scout, and also a proxy to allow the Archmage to teleport the whole human army, and if he's got mass teleport, that's going to be very cool. But in the meantime, Tod being annoying and just attacking a random section of the Orc base here, knocking out probably going to be a couple of burrows as well as a base that's not got a mine there. Putting down a Great Hall, but also grabbing the Scroll of Animate Dead. That's like the level 6 ability for the Death Knight. It just raises 6 dead guys there, brings them back. So pretty cool, cool item. And of course Todd's fine to just get stuck into this Orc burrow here. Just loses a couple of farms for Yang, of course. He won't really mind too much, but it's just something to annoy Yang with, and maybe get a few experience points out of these peons as well. That'll be something, at least, probably more so than the burrows. And just smack one in the head with a Stormbolt. Poor peons. Poor peons. Yang's main army has returned to the 12 o'clock. And the humans have built a farm there. Oh-ho! So moving the Zeppelin in, Todd spots that, he knows what's going on. And is the Archmage level 6 yet? We'll find out shortly. And yeah, once he's got mass teleport, that'll be very easy for him to teleport straight to that farm and really start to annoy Yang pretty heavily. Bad Rider's out in the field, and yes, he does have level 6, so that's really going to be bad for Yang. Yang knows it. Yang knows he's in trouble. He's going to have to use Scrolls of Town Portal, and he's going to be wasting a lot of 350 blocks just to stop this from happening, and Todd's going to have to do the same, because his mass teleport cooldown isn't quite that quick. It's very quick, but not quite that quick. Notice too that the Todd's back on max supply at 97, and he's got nearly 5,000 gold in the bank, so things looking very good. And Todd has way more than 50% of the map. He's got the bottom right island. Looks like Yang's only got 2 or 3 gold mines operational, whereas Todd has about 5. So things going very well from Todd. The only thing that Yang has in his favor is that Todd can't beat Yang's army in a straight fight. The Orcs are just too good for that, and another TP trade. Yang teleporting back to the 230. Todd pulling out, and Todd can just hit straight back up the top left, so this is very annoying. The Orcs just have to continually keep rebuying Scrolls of Town Portal, and Todd just being so annoying here, moving in with his Gobbler Zeppelin. He's just hiding it every time the Orcs return, and using just a single peon to act as the anchor point for the Scroll of Town Portal, just moving his troops, and he'll move the Zeppelin back while we're watching this. And there's the teleport right on cue from Yang. Right on cue comes the reply teleport from Todd. And just gets straight back out of there again. And oh! Left some of the Griffins behind. That sucks for Todd. One of them gets hexed. He may actually lose a Griffin here. I love that owl just flying there. Looks like a scene from what was it? The Labyrinth, or I might even be thinking of Batman, where the bird just comes flying straight through. If it's Batman, I'm thinking of a bat. But you got the owl there. Hexed Griffin turns into an owl, and Todd is straight back again because Todd's smart enough and quick enough to use his teleport, not to double click it and go back to his castle, but to actually physically click on the point on the minimap where he'll go back to the 3 o'clock position, and that will allow him to just move through and attack the base at the 3 o'clock position. And by the time he moves out again, and he doesn't have to use the TP, as you saw here, he just ran back without using the TP, and by doing so he's used less DPs than Yang has. He can now just keep using mass teleport to go straight to the top left, and he can do that infinitely. He's got more gold than Yang does, and that's really what's going to confound Yang so much. He's gold mine is running low, but he's got like 3 or 4 more, so no problem there. Here comes the ominous Goblin Zeppelin once again. If you guys have a strategy